Let's talk oil and gas in Nigeria. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission has faulted claims made by the workers' union of the commission as regards illegal recruitment, poor employee welfare, and fraud, among others, during their protests in Abuja. The NUPRC, in a statement seen by Arise News, described the allegations as malicious, completely false, libelous, and entirely unsubstantiated. On the workers' union's claim about the recruitment of over 140 individuals, that was, of course, the NUPRC said the provision of the Petroleum Industry Act stated that the powers of appointment, promotion, and remuneration are vested in the board of the commission, while reacting to allegations that the sum of 10 billion naira was misappropriated, with 4 billion donated to political parties. Under Mr. Komolafe, the commission described the allegations as malicious, completely false, libelous, and unsubstantiated. And then responding to claims that 1.5 billion was spent on luxury transportation, including private jets, travel, and first-class tickets in violation of presidential directives, the commission said the allegation is equally baseless and lacks an iota of truth. All right, we're now going to still stick on oil and gas, getting to the refineries. President Tinubu has, of course, met with labor leaders. They've called off their protests for now, saying that a number of their the dialogue is going to continue with the president. So, of course, Arise Business Analyst Chika Mbonu is with us to unpack that. Chika, you're very welcome. Good morning to you. The refineries, they say, is a key point of concern for the labor union. So I wanted to get your thoughts on this matter of the refineries.
I'm happy there's peace in the land and that Labour has decided, to call off the strike because in the mix is one of the last things that we need now. Remember what the threatening words around our borders and other issues, major issues we face in the country. I mean, so a critical factor, ingredient in the negotiating, pot between the government and the labor union has been the coming on stream of the refineries.
Yes.
What I wanted to give to our viewers is basically, some critical success factors for the direction that the country is moving towards, especially with the, belief that, or the hope that the refineries coming on stream will help the entire situation of the fuel pricing situation in Nigeria now. Because that is, touching everybody. Yeah. Everybody is hit by the fact that fuel prices move from, I think, 185 naira to 500 or 600 naira, despite anywhere you are. Do recall that the Port Harcourt refinery, for example, I think in March 2021, the government, invested $1.5 billion for the turnaround maintenance of that refinery, and awarded the contract to Tecnimont. Tecnimont is SPA is a first-class company from Italy. Yeah. Now, it's a tragedy for us because these refineries have gone through so many turnaround maintenance, and you wonder why the results have not shown or reflected. All of us know what happened in the past. We have had some second-rate contractors who have taken over this, done this thing, aligned with Nigerian politicians. So a lot of them are in power now, who did this turnaround maintenance and made away with the money. And the refinery, it's like the typical Nigerian mechanics. You want to do an engine overhaul, and they go there, and you won't see what is inside there. They just go and buy. You pay for brand new parts, and they go and use fake and substandard parts.
And keep the difference.
And keep the difference. That's how a lot of refineries, whether it's Port Harcourt, whether it's Warri, or whether it's Kaduna, has been being turned around. And so the first thing I said when this story came out 2021, when we did 2021, was the fact that the names of the contractor is critical, which is Tecnimont. There was Daewoo, and these are first-class companies that have a brand entity, brand name to protect, and that if you give them money, they will really turn out quality work, and that. So the other problem or issue that is there also that I did sign on the contract. We were told it was 44 months, and then I pitied the Minister Silva at that time, who kept adding every quarter to the opening the commission of the projects, and he wasn't commissioned until he left. Yeah, but I let me just cite him a little. If you're renovating an old house, Sometimes when you answer, they think the columns and pillars are okay, they can carry,
right.
or the foundation is right. When you go in, you just find that the foundation can carry the load, and so you have to do things anew.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what's happening because a lot of these refineries have not been poorly maintained. Remember what I said before? People are collecting money, don't turn around maintenance, giving record that people sign off, everything's okay, and so this real contractors for the first time now, I've gone in there and seen. I'm sure that's why the time is stretching. The president has given command now that it's now by December.
Yeah.
I hope that that will play out also. Now, but refining process is starts from crude oil.
Yep. Yeah, we have a template.
Yeah,
right?
starts from crude oil.
Yeah.
That's why for every refinery in the world, the input is crude oil.
Yeah.
That's why refinery capacities are normally not defined by the products that come out, but the capacity, the crude oil they can process.
Right.
That's why you can say Dangote refinery is about 650 barrels per day refinery. You know, Nigerian combined refining capacity, I'm told, I think it's about 450,000 barrels per day. So crude oil is the main input into the process. And then, every business must be run in such a way that it must recover the cost of production. So the crude oil goes into the process. In our own, we're spending $1.5 billion in rekitting all the equipment.
Yeah.
That cost has to be recovered. The staff that is all there working have to be included. And so for most of the refineries of the world, the factory price at the gate is almost the same thing. Whether it's from Bahrain, or whether it's from Netherlands, or whether it's going to be from Port Harcourt, the factory price at the gate is going to be the same thing. That's the price of PMS or diesel that comes from the factory will be the same thing. Let's even say for the one situation analysis that we did with one first class, one of the top importers in Nigeria, it came into about let's say $480 naira per dollar. That's the product cost at the factory gate. The factory, whether it's in Mexico, factory whether it's in Bahrain, factory whether it's in Netherlands. The other thing now is that product has to be brought into Nigeria.
Yeah. So there's a cost for that.
A cost for imported.
Yeah.
If it's in Port Harcourt, it will be at Port Harcourt gate. If it's in Netherlands, it will brought from all the way from Netherlands to Nigeria.
Yeah.
You can imagine the distance and the cost.
Yeah.
But in Port Harcourt, it's just the journey is shorter.
Yes.
So the cost of freight and logistics will be less than the one that is imported.
Right.
But the base cost
is still there.
It's going to be there.
Yeah.
The base cost is some analysts have said that the major cost into the production process, refining process, is crude. It's about 87% of the cost.
Yes.
So whether it's Port Harcourt refinery or Netherlands or Mexico, that cost is going to be there.
Right.
What I'm just silently and gently passing on to my brothers and sisters in Nigeria is that the era really of fuel or PMS being 100 naira, that is gone.
Okay, so Chika,
just hold on.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
It's gone.
Yeah.
If the refineries are going to run properly, like proper businesses.
Yes.
Now, if you don't run my proper businesses and say, okay, the correct cost at the gate, just like every refinery is at, let's say, 480 naira per liter. However, sell it at 300 naira. What it means immediately, it will become like Nigerian Airways. That was selling tickets below this thing, carrying free passengers. Where's Nigerian Airways today?
Gone.
When the maintenance comes for the aircraft, there will be no money to maintain it. If you have a restaurant in Lekki is one area in Lagos here, and the sell food, pack of jollof rice, which is our favorite, is 1.5, the other competitors, and you're selling your own 500 naira, people are going to rush to you.
Right.
But Rotus, I don't think a restaurant will last there in the next listen. That's why you see a lot of, even if you carry to aviation, the same thing. The money that you make, you must put aside for maintenance and rekitting and replacement. If you don't do that, when the plane is due for maintenance, you can't fix it. It will go, but it will not come back. That's why our refineries will be there, sell petrol, do everything. When it comes to repair the refineries, we cannot. So what I'm saying is this. Crude oil is the base cost.
Yes.
Same thing for all the refineries around the world.
Yes.
That should be the same thing for Port Harcourt. Research has shown that it's about 85% of the cost, final cost. So for almost all the refineries, at the gate of the refinery, the cost is petrol, the same thing.
Right.
So the other thing now is how to move it to the petrol stations and so on and so forth. Logistics.
Right.
That's where you can make savings.
Right.
And the fact that you can, instead of taking 30 days to come from Netherlands here, it can take maybe one day, the next day. We'll get some advantages for being here.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that it will not be the case that the Port Harcourt refinery will start,
And then
Warren refinery will start, Kaduna will start, and petrol prices will go back to what it used to be.
185. That's not, and that's the message that we're trying to
communicate,
to pass to people.
Are you following what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That because businesses have to be run professionally, whether it's government owned or not.
Right.
Otherwise, they will collapse. Where is Nigerian Airways today? Where is Nigerian Shipping Line? Where is Nitel?
Yeah.
If MTN is being run the way that they don't recover their costs, the next time you make a call, there'll be no masts and base stations and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
So that's the point.
Yeah.
So the important thing for our country, our nationals, is this: having now be paying market price for this fuel, and there'll be a lot of savings for our country. What kind of palliatives will the government put in place to make sure that citizens of the country profit from the savings of this of the loss of the subsidy?
Yeah.
And those are initiatives that Labour
that they should be talking to government about.
Talking to government about. One of them, the government should start. I'm leaving now.
Minimum wage.
Minimum wage is important.
Yeah.
But even at that, it's the cost of governance.
Right. You've always preached it.
The
Calm
cost
down.
of governance. Cost of governance.
Yeah.
Now, we know that the president, for example, has a lot of political capital.
Yeah.
Okay? But now we have 47 ministers.
Exactly.
With advice that they're going to be about 70 of them. You saw how the Speaker of the House and the President of the Senate have also announced their own. Everybody just as if everything is okay. Meanwhile, all this is on borrowed money. So on deficit funding. So the lifestyle, you saw the convoy. Let me not talk so much about convoy because I'm sure people have learned.
With foreign cars.
With Toyota cars. Even NLC talked about that one. So there's some things we need to do. Now, the service also should affect in part of minimum wage. But we should be very careful. Because you put cash in people's hands, it goes directly to inflation.
Exactly.
So let's look at the things that people spend money on. And try to make it easier. Transportation, food, health, and make life easier for people. And then let the refineries be run properly. Please, when the refineries will spend 1.5 billion on the refinery, let it not be given to national character.
Right. Got you, Chika.
Run.
Duly
Let's
noted.
run it with the best. Even if
best hands.
Fantastic. Send it out to even management agreements and whatever, so that you can produce petrol for us regularly. Not the one that within 3 years now it'll collapse.
All right, business analyst Chika Mbonu. Chika, thank you so much for breaking these things down. Very important conversation. Appreciate your time.